From Ohio State is Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another carry for Herbert on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And his throw here is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went to the check.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the book back.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Signaled for and taken successfully. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. As the drive continues, it's a 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Fields. Looks for the route, it's complete to Kmet. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore from 6 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A pass for Sutton is hit. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off play action, Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is caught. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney, 26 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one of
the throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out the end zone as the first half winds down.
Following his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's Wilson on the option. He's going to be a yard short. Leading 2. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Nagar's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Defense. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Up the middle, Johnson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit.
He's got a man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. But we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Wilson. This one incomplete. Probably should have blocked. Nonchalantly to throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chicago offense set to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go option to the short side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Fields throw complete there to Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back now at Soldier Field. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He juked him. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try to get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. All eyes on Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 5. 1:46 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Finding Sutton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Caught by Dulcich. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this way, and the call is going to be overturned. Wilson to throw. And that's caught by Williams. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Flushed out right. Finding Williams once more, complete. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
That's caught inside the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Wilson. Got his man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Wilson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
But without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.